Chicago finished the sweep. Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
They go play action with Hurts. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Hurts. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. 2nd down and 8. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. So, CD, you talk about this football team and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talk about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Callaway. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to look deep for more. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys?
Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack. and a big loss of yardage.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. From the gun, Mayfield airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it a second down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line, and not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Odafe Owe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, they'll roll him out right. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just tall.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, Defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Point after here coming up. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20. But
it got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This one from 35 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the LA Rams. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Bucks. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work. On my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22, Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On first down, it's Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield being chased out left. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Butker on for the PAT. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd and very short, Hurts. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
First down, Mayfield. To Jefferson on the slant.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Cook.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still 3rd down.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it this time. They'll roll him out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, it's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 24, Mayfield. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Mayfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's going to look deep for more.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Gets this to Moore.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. They'll spot it at the 40.
It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone.